Now to the Alex Murdaugh double murder trial, where today key testimony about shell casings was given. Casings found near the crime scene and on Murdaugh's property. There was also testimony on Alex Murdaugh's alleged financial crimes. The former attorney is accused of killing his wife Maggie and son Paul 18 months ago. Caitlin Hagwood was in the courtroom today.
Today we heard more details on how Alex Murdaugh's alleged financial crimes could play a role in the trial. The judge has been considering this away from the jury. Here's a little of what was said. On Friday, prosecutors continued their efforts to try to paint a picture of why they say Alex Murdaugh's finances contributed to the killings of his wife and son. Jan Malinowski with Palmetto State Bank was the first to speak, testifying about Murdaugh's account.
And this is actually a $1 million line of credit, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
It's pretty much maxed out, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Prosecutors allege Alex was in substantial debt and facing mounting pressure, with his late housekeeper, Gloria Satterfield's son, also taking the stand. He says he was owed a large settlement after his mom's death after a fall at the Murdaugh home.
Did he tell you that they had already gotten a settlement for $3.8 million?
No.
Did you give him permission to steal your money?
No.
But the defense argues Murdaugh had no desire to kill. As the judge continues to consider admitting financial testimony, jurors were able to hear more details about the investigation. SLED agent Paul Greer testified firearm evidence found at the crime scene could match weapons Murdaugh owned.
The items collected around Maggie's body matched the items collected outside the house.
Did have matching mechanism marks.
But the defense noted it could also match weapons of a similar style. Court will resume Monday morning, where we'll hear more from witnesses and possibly learn if those alleged financial crimes will be admissible as testimony in this case. Reporting in Colton County, I'm Caitlin Hagwood.
And testimony about Murdaugh's alleged financial crimes has been under the microscope the last few days. Over the past days, yesterday and today, there's been testimony about missing money at his former law firm, settlement money Murdaugh allegedly received following the death of his housekeeper, allegations he was stealing money from his law partners and clients. So far, the judge hasn't made a decision on if he's going to allow the financial testimony into evidence. However, if he does allow that testimony, criminal defense attorney Luke Shealy says it would be very damaging for Murdaugh.
He's done. Murdaugh's done if all those crimes come in. And I don't mean that lightly. It's a very weighty decision for Judge Newman. He did say that the defense opened the door by a line of questioning they had, I think, on one of the friends of Paul.
Right.
And I can't say I disagree with him, but it's such a important decision that if this jury is tasked with trying this double murder case based on the facts and evidence here, not, numerous terrible, unrelated financial crimes. Yes, they have a right to establish a motive, the state does, and tell their story. But the defense, makes a pretty good point. Well, this wasn't a distraction from his financial crimes. This put an international microscope on his life.
Again, court will resume Monday morning at 9:30 with more financial arguments. You can watch the trial live on our website, WLTX.com, our YouTube page, our free News 19 mobile app, or you can watch on WLTX Plus. That app you can download for free right now on Roku or Amazon Fire. Once you open, click on the box called Alex Murdaugh Murder Trial Live Stream.